It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topics busting. Yeah, check out our discussion. Keith Norris and D2K. K-Bump 20 on the MIC. Jet I night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy is. But it say live and level, live and level. We on the MIC. Live and level, live and level. We just talking them games. Live and level, live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level, live and level. What's up, what's up, what's up, people? This is your boy Levelhead, and this is a Live and Level Gamers podcast. We are back, episode 161, and I got the crew with me. Go ahead and unmute your mics, fellas.
What's up, folks? What's up? What's going on?
What's up, man?
Yo, man. What up? What up? What up?
Yeah, I got my mic a little too loud. I can hear myself hissing. But yeah, man, welcome to the show. We're not going to do Sunday this week, so we here this Thursday. Keith Norris is in the building. K-Bump 20 is here. Possibly D2K later on. But what's been good, man?
Oh, life. Been a busy week. I told you before we got on the podcast, I was like, I forgot we was even doing this. And you called, I was like, what's going on? But yeah, it's been a busy week for me. It's been an interesting week for these video games and people, you know, coming off of their the original standpoint. Or, you know, we're gonna get into that though.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, but y'all been keeping up anything else going on? What y'all well, we can't. I don't know if we should bring that up or not, man. What do you think about all the stuff going on in the news, man?
Man, it's
Bill
some
Cosby.
It's some foolishness, craziness. I mean, I don't even understand, man. I don't know how to put I don't even know how to put words to what's going on. And the fact that our president was laughed at the UN is just crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy to think of that. He was not laughed because he was funny, laughed because he was so ridiculous that the people broke out in laughter. Like, this is the man who represents every last one of us. This is crazy.
The fact that they tried to spin that as if that's not what happened, man. That was even crazier. And he tried to play it off like he meant for that to happen. It's like, dude, your own statement proved that wasn't what you said. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, it's been a media circus for the last, few weeks, man. It's just been crazy, bro. But anyway, outside of that, anything else? Did y'all catch? I know D2K posted this latest what am I looking for? Bumblebee trailer. Did y'all catch that?
I saw it. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really interested.
Yeah, it's a for me, it's a believe it when I see it, but I won't lie. I do like what they say, the G1 retro style Transformers, look like the actual Transformers we grew up on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I saw that. I did like the sound wave. I'm like, oh, that's legit. But this still is the Transformer universe, right? This is still the same people who've been making the same movie for the last 5 movies, right? And like, I was all into it, like, oh man, that's cool. Look at that. Oh man, Bumblebee looking all cool, and I got excited a little bit. And I had to calm myself down. Like, whoa! Do you remember when you did this for the second one? Do you remember when you did this for the third one? Do you remember when you did this for the fourth one? No, man, I ain't falling for it. Sorry, can't, won't do it. I ain't gonna do it.
No, I you know what? When I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw it, like I told D2K, I wasn't feeling it. I was with you, K Bum. Like, nah, they unfooled me 4 to 5 other times. How many is it? It's at least 5, ain't it? Or 6?
Transformer movies.
I think it's 5.
You got the first 3, then you got the 2 reboots, right? The
That was
semi
never
reboots.
it was never real reboots.
Well, they was kind of reboots. They didn't reboot it, but they did at the same time with taking out Old Boy and bringing in what's his name? Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Galvatron and all that other.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Those were both horrible. Those was garbage through and through. I think the third one was definitely better than the second one. I like the first one and the third one. That's about I like the first one. Couldn't stand the second one. The third one was okay. But after that, it was just trash. Totally, absolutely trash. The son would say it was trash even before that. But what's up? How you say this name, man? Help me out with this name? Haruhai. Is that how you say it? Haruhai? Haruhai?
Probably not.
If I'm messing up your name, throw some LOLs in the comment section. But welcome to the show. I know I'm messing it up. Welcome to the show, man. This is the Live and Level Gamers podcast. Said Keith, if I'm saying it wrong.
How do we? I don't know. I'm trying to. I know the R isn't pronounced like an R if this is Japanese. Yeah, how do we?
Hi. They say Harui. He. Okay, Haruhi.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up, bro? Welcome to the show, man. Thanks for having you. This is the first time I ever seen you tuning in, so I'm glad you kind of let us know you here. We will be checking out what y'all have to say in the live chat. So if you got things you want to comment, we will probably be quoting what you got to say. But let's keep it going. So yeah, man, I think the G1 Transformers, they ain't won me over, but they got me kind of like interested. I can't write it off yet. You know, that's where I'm at. What y'all think about this new X-Men? What is it called? What's this X-Men movie called?
It's called Trash. the Trash Saga. It's the Dark Phoenix.
Hold on, I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, the trailer dropped either today or yesterday, 1 to 2.
I saw it today. Oh, this is not your first time being here, bro. My bad, man. This is the first time you've commented I noticed, but welcome. I apologize. You are a returning listener. That's my bad. That's what's up. But no, man. Yeah, it is trash, bro. It's trash,
bro. So I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of Fox just I saw a comment on YouTube, and the dude, it was hilarious. I saw a comment on YouTube, and the dude said, "Oh, hi, Last Stand. It's been a long time. I haven't seen you in a while. You changed your hair?" This looked exactly like a remake of Last Stand. I'm sorry.
It's definitely trash.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
What's up, Cornelius? Welcome to the show. You got some weird look, bro. Look, hey, man, family man. Sometimes Sundays don't work. We had to do it on a Thursday. I ain't have time to get y'all.
Nah, he done been here. He knows we do it on Thursday. Why you acting brand new? Like he ain't never been on a Thursday 8:30. Why you acting brand new? Come on, bruh.
But anyway, Cornelius, welcome to the show, bruh. You know, you've been faithful, man. Yeah, you keeping us on. It's been a minute since we did it on Thursday. What's up, D2K? See, D2K just jumped in. What's up, bro?
I'm sorry to change the subject back to X-Men, but I feel like I feel like they're making movies for the sake of making movies.
Well, you do know Fox, they do have to do that. You know that, right? That the contract that Fox has with Marvel is that if they stop making movies after a certain amount of time, they lose the rights to it. So they are making movies just to make movies
But
But they
because
done
they have
lost it
to.
though.
I shouldn't.
No. I said the original contract that they
Oh, the
said
original
that
contract.
the
I got
original now Fox is Marvel, so it doesn't make a difference. But they were making this movie long before that. But they
you. So
had
what?
that's how
Go
they
ahead
lost
and finish your
Daredevil.
point.
That's how they lost Daredevil because they didn't make
Okay.
a Daredevil movie in a long time. Like that was the contract, and that's why even Spider Man was just brought out. Not this one I'm talking about a while ago. That they just had to do another Spider Man because they were going to lose the license.
Okay. I had an interesting conversation with a friend of mine, and we were trying to figure out what movie in the MCU, especially MCU, but like, would you credit the original Spider-Mans or Blade as the movie that pretty much kicked off where we currently are?
Iron Man.
You say Spider-Man?
No,
No, he said Iron Man.
No, I know we know
No.
Iron Man. I'm saying even before Iron Man, we know. I said Iron Man too, but outside of Iron Man, would you give more credit to Blade as showing Hollywood that a superhero movie done right could be successful?
no.
Or would you say Spider-Man?
Spider-Man for sure. A lot of people didn't even know Blade was even Marvel.
Right, that's my point. Yeah, that's my point. I would say Blade.
Let's see. I'm on the fence here because you have to understand.
Thank you, Cornelius. Blade. Thank you, Cornelius. Yeah, you deserve a doggone. Right there, turn that up. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry, J-Ball.
What you have to understand what came before Blade.
Well,
Like
trash.
Daredevil, Elektra.
Before Blade, no, Blade came out
Before
98.
Blade.
What?
98. You said Elektra and Daredevil, them like 2000s. We talking about Blade is 98.
They came out. Oh man, my bad. So the Punisher, the first Punisher was there, right?
I think the Punisher came after that too.
Even the first one?
They got two. They got Punisher, that the dude that played.
There's two of them.
The dude that is three. The dude that played in Rocky Floor, what's his name?
Dolph Lundgren.
He played Punisher, the first Punisher.
Right.
And then there was a second one. Then there was one after that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna change my answer then into Spider-Man then because it was a lot of trash until Spider-Man came out because Spider-Man brought it back. Blade showed it, but then they just tripped after Blade. Then if Daredevil and Elektra all came after Blade, we'd have been nowhere. Spider-Man didn't say, "Hey, no, this is how you do a good movie again."
Right back, I got food in the oven.
But Spider-Man, all those movies came after Spider-Man.
No.
Yeah. Daredevil and all that is posted for Spider-Man.
See, man, you're gonna make me have to go to Wikipedia, man.
Go. I'm telling you, K-Bomb, the movie is Blade. You can go read it. Most people credit Blade as the movie that showed Hollywood if you do a superhero movie right, Blade. Most didn't know that Blade was a Marvel character. And it was so successful, they found out Blade was the first movie to TV. They tried to make a TV show after it. Spider-Man, the original, was 2001, 2002. Yep, Elektra and all of them were after. Leveled is. Thank you, Cornelius. You are on the team Leveled right now. I feel you. I'm giving you a high.
Hello.
High five from where you are. Thank you. Level knows what he be talking about sometimes. Anyway, what's up, man?
Well, if you want to give that out to, then we give it. Then it's Batman.
No, it's not Batman.
Then it's Batman. Since you want to go that route, okay, Batman. It's Batman. Then
I'm talking about the current way Marvel movies look. You got it, and way the way.
No, the current way. No, Blade is not even close to the current way Marvel looks.
Look at how superhero movies look before Blade and post Blade?
It's Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man. Then that's the argument.
If you're you saying Blade and Spider-Man, then it's Spider-Man. I'm
Okay,
telling you,
man.
Blade didn't even like a superhero movie. I found that out later. I was like, Blade was.
Which one was better?
Which one was better?
Yes.
First Spider-Man.
Wow.
You think the first Spider-Man was better than the first Blade?
Yep. I love Blade. So let's not get this twisted. I love Blade. But bro,
you hurting me, man. Live on the live 11.
Bro, then I gotta hurt you, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta hurt your feelings, man. It was the first Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I love Blade though. I thought it was dope. The entire movie.
Okay.
I thought it was one it's one of my favorites, but it's not better than Spider-Man 1 though.
I would say, to me, Blade was better than Spider-Man, but I guess this is just a debatable conversation. I thought
very debatable.
Be on Blade, but I guess maybe not. Let me see. What's up? Oh, we got what's that? Who is this? Mo War. What's up? Welcome to the show. Also the truth. Welcome to the show. All right, so Mo War says, yo, Level, hey, your boy is balling cause if you were born in 82, you knew Blade is a part of Marvel and never the way better than Spider-Man. Is he saying it's not better than Spider-Man?
Yeah, he's saying Blade is not better than Spider-Man.
Oh, so it's not better than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Phoenix Star 5000. Welcome to the show.
Well, let
me get that right, Mo War. Are you saying Blade is not better than Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man? Or are you saying it is? I want to make sure I'm quoting you right, so K-Bum cannot have any ups on me in this argument. I've been winning so far with Cornelius' help. You come in, you throwing the monkey wrench in the game, bro. Let me know what you're talking about. Put it down in the live chat. But anyway, go ahead, K-Bum. You were saying something? Or keep
hold on, K-Bum. Hold on, K-Bum. What's up, Truth? All right, go ahead. he said in the thing, he's like, "Are we ignoring him?"
Oh, Phoenix. Hey, I think I know my movies, man. Anyway, go ahead, Keith.
No, I was just saying, "What's up to the Truth?"
Oh, okay. K-Bum, you losing right now. Only people that agree with you is Keith, and he don't count because he on the show. But the live chat is with
me. What do you mean he don't count? What?
No, I never said Blade was better. I mean, Spider-Man was better than Blade.
Oh.
If we're judging it based on how movies are now, I would say you would have to go with Spider-Man. But then you switched it and said which one was better. I didn't really give an answer, but I would probably say Blade because I didn't have any expectations.
Okay.
So.
No,
I didn't. No, I didn't.
No more tales for Telltale games. We gonna talk about that. But anyway, I would say this, and me and my boy had this back. So I guess I would say Spider-Man definitely was a major influence on the current way movies are done. But I would still say Blade, because a lot of what Blade did is borrowed in a lot of these modern movies, a serious tone. Even like Blade was Logan before Logan, was Deadpool before Deadpool. That was Blade. Now, just because you didn't know he was a Marvel character, he was the first rated R character. He was the first character that made a transition from the comic book to the movie and actually stayed true to the character in most facets.
You mean live action?
From comics to live action movie, stayed true to the character for the most part. It was at that time it was a hit, and the third one was ruined because of the cookie cutter success of the Spider-Man series. Spider-Man movies caused them to do Blade 3 the way that they did it, trying to bring more.
Man, if you don't get out of here with
yes,
this,
they did,
man.
No,
You need to go listen to the behind the scene interview
I don't want to listen
of
to
people
that. That's what my boy
about
said.
Wesley Snipes, about Blade 3.
Yeah, I have, but Blade didn't want to do that movie. He said Blade didn't want to do the movie because he said the movie script was horrible and they were added in characters that didn't make sense to the whole Blade aesthetic, and he didn't want to do the movie, and they forced him because of contract to do that movie. And what they was trying to do was build off of Blade into other characters. The dude that play Deadpool right now was one of them characters. This dude done been 3 different superheroes. But if you go watch Blade 3 sucked because it went more comical and more cookie cutter than the Blades before. You can't argue that point.
No, I'm not arguing that fact. I'm talking about the fact you gonna blame Spider-Man for it?
Spider-Man and Elektra and Daredevil.
If
and
you don't get your point in.
I blame the movies, man. I blame them.
If you blame Spider-Man, then you're proving the point that Spider-Man was the cause of how these movies are now.
Oh, fire!
Fire! Why you do that, Keith? Come on, man. Okay, I will. We are lost it on it. We can get to these games, but I will concede. Only because Spider-Man is like saying Superman and Batman.
Global.
It's global. So when you put Spider-Man on a movie title, it's automatically gonna sell. That's why Batman, we got all the trash we got with Batman and still get Batmans because it's Batman.
Hold on, wait. When has Batman been trash? You talking about the
Batman early... 1 and 2 was the original, the OGs. 1 was great.
2 was good.
2 was decent.
2 was good.
2 was decent.
2 was good.
2 was decent. 3 was utter trash. 4, I don't even know what you call. They just have Mr. Freeze. Arnold Schwarzenegger character was basically the main character of a Batman movie.
That was a stanky turd. That was a flaming hot Cheeto turd, boy. You just had some red hot riplets and then let that one go type of turd. That was just demon.
Right. Then the new Batman, the reboot Batman, the first one was it was okay. The second one was
I love the first
good.
one. I love the first one.
I didn't love this. I don't know what I think. My thing
no. You're talking about Spider-Man. You talking about Spider-Man?
No. I'm talking about Batman.
Oh God, the first one was awesome. The reboot.
I thought the reboot was good.
No, it was awesome.
I thought the second was awesome.
The second one was.
At the time, it was great, but I can't watch it now.
Yeah, I can't watch none of them now. They're too long.
What? The second one, I can watch that. I can watch his performance.
I think the second one is the best. I think what I didn't like about the first one was I thought the suit that he was in was way too stiff.
But they all were though.
It was.
Yeah, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that, man.
They honest. In the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, they changed the second one, but they gave a reason to change it.
Right.
The second was great. The third one was, I liked the third one. I didn't like the change. If you haven't seen this, you tripping. I didn't like the fact that it wasn't. The third one? I didn't like the change at the end to make Bane character be basically a pawn for someone else, and he was all powerful and smart and intelligent, kicked Batman behind. Then all of a sudden, he's so in love with this woman over here, and then he turned into like a puppet. Like that didn't make no sense to me.
Well, Bane was never a head guy.
Yeah, but he never was. But you know, Bane wouldn't do that in the comics, man.
Man, Bane would do a lot of stuff that Poison Ivy told him because he was like a.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
He was kind of
the fact that he wasn't a luchador. Was it a luchador? Is that what they call him?
Yeah, that's what he's supposed to be. Yeah,
that bothered me. I was like, why did they do that?
That bothered you?
Yeah.
No, it didn't bother me so much. I don't know. I guess I wasn't thinking about that. Catwoman was trash, Cornelius. Trash, man.
Wait. Is he talking about the Catwoman movie that wasn't even
Every
Catwoman?
Catwoman movie been trash, especially
It
one
wasn't
with
even
Holly
Catwoman
Berry.
though. It
Holly
wasn't even
Berry
the character
garbage.
Catwoman. It
Yeah,
wasn't
the
Selena
garbage.
Kyle. It was somebody else.
Holly Berry.
No. Boy, what's going on here? Her character was not the Selena Kyle character.
Right.
Oh, okay. I got
You
you.
said it was Holly Berry. You don't get your.
Well, Holly Berry did play the cat. I thought you were saying it was. I thought you were calling another actor. My bad. Catwoman killed Bane. Yeah, that was another stupid part too. You're right.
Hey, I'm gonna go mute for just a second. I gotta take this phone call.
All right. Okay. No problem. Anyway, so K-Bomb and Keith gives credit to Spider-Man. Well, y'all agree with my boy. I say Blade. The live chat agrees with me, but
wait. One person in the live chat agree with you.
But he agrees several times. No, it wasn't just him. It wasn't just him.
Yes, it was.
Let me go back.
No, because More War gave it to Spider-Man. Since you act like you don't see nothing.
I didn't see what Mo War said. Mo War changed yours to Blade so I can be right. Anyway, well, let's get into it. What you been gaming on, man? That kind of warmed y'all up. So, K-Bun, what you been gaming on, bro?
I'm gaming on 9, which is Madden, and then playing Madden, playing 2K. 2K is close to being garbage this year, but it is what it is. Trying to fight through it. I'm doing that PS game share thing where you can set your PlayStation to be someone else's master, and then you can buy one game and share it between 2 PlayStations. So I'm doing that. So we just bought FIFA. It's not out yet, but we pre-bought it, so we played that. We bought that, and okay, that's been it, man. I got a new job, so I've been busy with the new job, so I ain't really had too much time to enjoy myself playing games. But in the meanwhile, like I say, I've been playing just Madden and 2K. That's been pretty much my gaming time.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Dark Sun Rider. We see you down here, man. D2K, you in the building?
I'm in the building.
What's up, man?
Yo.
What's going on, y'all?
Nothing much. So since you're here, what you been gaming on, bro?
Not a whole lot, because my controller broke, so I gotta go buy another one.
Okay. Well, we talked about that Bumblebee Transformers, man. I want to get your thoughts on it since you was the one who shared the trailer with us, the newest trailer. What did you think about that?
Well, for the first time since they started making these movies, I'm actually interested, because I guess when you take Michael Bay out of the director's chair and put him in a place where he was best, which is being a producer and maybe overseeing some of the special effects, then it's not that bad. You go back to his movies back in the 90s, like the Bad Boy movies, and Armageddon was a movie that I liked a lot. That it was a collaboration between him and J.J. Abrams. As long as there's somebody else in the mix, it seems like Michael Bay does it okay. But when he's running the whole show, it's kind of like George Lucas, where when George Lucas was running the whole show for Star Wars, those movies didn't do so well. But when somebody else was brought in along with him, those movies were magic.
Okay.
But in this case, I don't know who Travis Knight is, but apparently he's a fan of the original series, because he said, if I'm going to do a Transformers movie, I'm going to at least make them look like Transformers and act like Transformers and sound like Transformers from G1, because that's the demographic that walked out basically on the last couple of films, because they just couldn't take it anymore.
Okay.
And I remember I watched I saw a comment online somewhere. It may have been in the comment section of the actual video on YouTube. I don't know how old this guy was. He's probably in his 20s, or he's a young guy. He could be younger than that. But he was saying, like, man, these Transformers look great. I can't wait to watch this with my dad. He's going to love it. That is something that jumped out right at me. Not only does this kid know what the Transformers should look like, he's looking forward to seeing this with his father because he knows his father will enjoy the fact that Optimus Prime looks like Optimus Prime. Soundwave looks like Soundwave. Ravage looks similar to Ravage, but good enough. Shockwave looks like Shockwave. I can't tell who the Jets are. I mean, it's kind of it's been a lot of confusion on who's who. I guess the jet that they featured the most in the trailer is supposed to be Blitzwing. The color scheme is wrong, but he looks cool. He's a Harrier jet like he was in the cartoon, but he didn't transform into a car. He transformed into a tank in a Harrier jet. So, close enough. I'll take it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see it. I'm not going to say it's going to be good or bad. I'm just saying that I can't sit here and complain about all the stuff that Michael Bay did to ruin it and then let somebody else come there and actually fix those things and still complain again. At least give this new guy a chance to see what he do.
That's what's up. Now, I'm going to ask this question.
No.
Because I'm going to ask this question Cornelius asked. Have y'all seen any of this new Joker movie trailers? And well, not trailers, but leaks.
I've seen some of the pictures, and I've seen like the little animation of him sitting in the chair or whatever.
You mean Bozo the Clown?
Yeah, or Krusty the Clown, or Cookie
the
Clown,
Krusty.
or
Yeah,
Binky,
I saw Krusty.
or Binky the Clown. Or
I don't know if I'm feeling. I think he can play the Joker. I don't think I'm feeling so far what they've shown of this is. I don't know if I'm gonna like this direction that they're going with. I guess, but I think it's too early to be fair to give any real critique. But
I'm not sure. I mean, at first, when I first saw it, I'm like, that can't be it. That's what first thing I saw when I said that can't possibly be it. But when I found out that was it, and I sat there and looked at it, and I said, well, I'll give this a shot. This might be something. This might be interesting because
it's different.
It's kind of like a blend between Heath Ledger's Joker and Cesar Romero's Joker.
Yeah.
Now, who is Cesar Romero?
Batman TV series.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, okay.
See, that's what I like.
Call y'all DC fans. You ain't know that.
I ain't know DC. I like Spider-Man. I mean, Superman, Batman. I don't know I can't go back into all. That's why I got y'all here to help a brother out. Anyway,
I will say this though. I just want to chime in. If this movie, I don't know what this movie is going to be about, or the tone of the movie, rather, is what I really want them to say. But if this movie is good, this may be the route that DC may need to take a route with their villains, as opposed to Marvel taking a route with their heroes, because obviously working with DC's heroes is not working. So
yeah. What do y'all have any one of y'all going to see the new Venom movie, or did we get off of this topic?
Well, I want to say something quick about the
Batman. Joker.
The Joker.
Go ahead.
Is that I don't know how I feel about this, because they made it very clear that they were ambiguous when they were always talking about when they was always talking about his past.
That's the word for the day. Ambiguous. How you say it?
Ambiguity. Hey man.
Ambiguous.
I try to get that thing out.
Go ahead, man.
No, but they've always been shady of his past. They never really been clear. It's always been multiple variations and never really a true story. And that if they're gonna, reveal the curtain and show you what this is the origin of, like, I would love it if it was like multiple tales instead of just, hey, this is the origin of the Joker, because they intentionally made it blurry to give more cadence to the character. But whatever. That's my view of it.
Okay. Shoot, y'all remember that word when y'all go to school tomorrow. Tell your teacher. Ambiguous. Let's keep it going, man. I liked how you put that in there. But any one of y'all looking forward to Venom?
That's a Fox movie, right?
Is it? I don't.
No,
I
it's
don't,
Sony. Sony
yeah,
owns the
Sony.
right to the Spider-Man universe.
I'm good. I'm sorry. I just feel like if it ain't in the MCU, what? Why?
So is Marvel helping with it?
I don't really think so.
Okay, if Marvel is not helping with it, then I'm not. I'm scared. I'm concerned. If Marvel is helping, but I like that dude. I can't think of his name, but I do like the dude that they picked to play Venom.
Yeah,
Eddie Brock. The dude that's playing Eddie Brock. Definitely.
You mean Bane?
Yeah, well, he did play Bane, didn't he? You sure enough right. I like him as an actor. I liked him ever since Warriors, the Warrior movie.
I can't really take him seriously as a bad guy because I remember him with Shinzon from Star Trek Nemesis, and he was a wuss in that movie. So I can't really. I can't.
Do you consider Venom a bad guy or an anti-hero?
In this movie, he's an anti-hero, but he's been both in the comics.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, but yeah, he's a bad guy, but he switched between the roles, but yeah, I do view him as a bad guy.
Okay, well, I think I got K-Bum and D2K on what you've been gaming on. Keith, what you been gaming on, bro?
Nothing.
Well, okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
So your situation still? Go ahead, D2. You were saying something?
Well, no, you can go ahead and ask him first.
No, I was going to say. So your situation still the same as far as the PC?
Oh yeah, dead GPU and dead Switch. It works, but it's just dead to me.
Oh, Keith, you ain't right, bro.
Wow,
bruh.
Whoa.
Yeah, that hit me sideways.
Shots fired.
Could you explain? Elaborate? Oh, because of the online? We gonna talk about it.
Actually, I do want to hear your review if you want to give one, but no, 2018 really hadn't been that impressive for the Switch, in my opinion. Now, if you like games or stuff like that, that's cool, and I do like indie games, but it hadn't really been anything just like huge. And this isn't a knock at Nintendo; it happens, It is what it is. Still a good device. I'm not hating on Nintendo outside of the online. But it's just been dry for me. Everybody else, enjoy your games. But for Keith, it's been dry.
So I will agree that, especially from a first party perspective, the land of the big N has been underwhelming. But let's get into what I've been gaming on. I've been doing a pretty good fair share of gaming. I bought that Tomb Raider. I'll talk about that in a second because Keith want to know about the online services with the Switch. So I did purchase the online services last week. I do have the Nintendo NES 20 game library. And what I will say is it's basically the same stuff we've been had, just added some NES games to it. I don't know. I just played $20 to play some NES games. Now, if you own the Switch,
so now that you got this little soundboard thing, you have to download the Price is Right losing horn. Put that in there. Wow.
I think I got it somewhere here, but yeah, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be totally, absolutely honest. It's basically you pay for NES Classics games. That's what you pay for. The online is nothing different. It ain't. I don't know if it's more or less stable. I don't know what it added. Other than, hey, you can play these NES games, and I'm not going to even lie about that. A lot of these NES games are trash. I play Tecmo Bowl. My daughter loves playing Donkey Kong. I played the original Mario. Forgot how challenging that game it could be. I can't believe we were actually at the age of 8 and 7 and 9 years old pulling that stuff off. Cause I was like, man, did I actually make that jump when I was 8 years old? Like, I'm on World 8 1. Now, what I do like, and I hope Nintendo doesn't change this because you can kind of cheat the system. What I do like is that you can save wherever you are currently at in the game and come back to it.
You know what?
Go ahead.
That reminds me of something that Nintendo did. What you just said, you're able to save a game. I believe it was on the Wii.
The Wii. Well, I don't know. Wii U did it for certain because I remember I had Mike Tyson's Punch Out for the Wii U, and I could just go back to wherever I was fighting in the middle of the fight over and over. So they've been doing that for a while, yeah.
So Nintendo's making you pay for something that they used to give you for free. Get out of here. I'm throwing shots. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, you got the right to.
You said it. You said it. I think you said it in one of our chats, or you may have said it on the last podcast that we were on. You said it when you said that the Nintendo NES games or whatever should be separate from the online. Because honestly, if it was separate, I would. But the fact that you threw in, and I know people are like, well, you just do it anyways, no worry. But the fact that you threw in and you're making me pay for something that didn't change, you know what I mean? Like,
no, it didn't change at all.
I don't want to pay for it now.
Yeah, they basically, what Nintendo is doing is forcing you to pay for their NES Classic collection. They're making you pay because this is, and if you do any research, this is nothing but the NES Classic basically copied and paste onto the Switch. But the whole library wasn't copied and paste, just some of the library.
Is the interface the same?
Everything the same.
Wow.
So basically, they said that we're not going to waste time making actual NES Classic units. We're going to that's a means to an end to set up this service for the Switch. That's what they were planning to do all along.
Yeah, now I won't say the interface is the same because I don't own an NES Classic. So let me backtrack on that. But this is what I think happened. I think the NES Classic was a shoot from the hip idea to tide them over from the dying Wii U to the Switch. It was just something to have during the holidays, probably a niche, quick idea that they thought they'd make a few bucks on, and it fade into distant memory. And it became a success. And because of the success, Nintendo greediness saw dollar signs like, man, we can milk this for all it's worth. It's like, look, let's do a Super NES one. And that one was a success. Now they finna do supposedly N64 one. Now PlayStation has a PlayStation OG one. So I think Nintendo really intention was just to have a placeholder until the Switch came out, and then they was going to put all that stuff on the Switch. Like I said, but the success of the classic line kind of prolonged or made Nintendo kind of milk it. That's what I think happened. So it is nothing but the NES Classic on your Switch. That's what it is. So like Keith said, I agree. And I said it first. Nintendo should have definitely made this a separate package from online. Let online stay free because it's still peer-to-peer, is not dedicated servers. Let that stay for free. And sold us this as a separate NES package for maybe like $9, $10 a year. And then when the Super NES libraries added to it, maybe up the price. And when the 64 libraries added to it, maybe up the price and do it like that. That's what I think they should have done. So
you know what I think they should have done? I think they should have kept things the way they were. But I think I mentioned this in the last podcast, but instead of giving us NES games, give us GameCube games.
Yeah.
Give us 10 solid GameCube games. Give us Luigi's Mansion. Give us Smash Bros. Give us Pikmin. Give us Metroid Prime 1 and 2. All the major hits of the Twilight Princess, all the major hits of the GameCube. Give us 10 of those. Put those on the online service and let people pay the same amount of money, but instead of the NES nonsense, give them something that they don't have access to already someplace. That's what they should have done. If no one would be complaining about all the other problems that still would be there, but they would say, I'll deal with those problems because I'm getting access to something that I don't already own. I haven't bought 5 or 6 times already.
I was about to disagree with you. I was going to say, how about you give us 5 games from each console? But the fact that you said that you cannot get these games anywhere else outside of actually owning a GameCube, that drove it home for me. They haven't did a GameCube classic or anything, so that makes a lot of sense. I agree.
Because them do, and like, to me, Nintendo doing the NES stuff because it's easy. Like D2K said, it's there. All I gotta do is copy and paste it. It's not gonna be hard to get these emulators up, because that's what it is, up on the Switch. They did it real fast, and it's no reason this couldn't be here day one with the Switch. I'm telling you, the NES Classic stuff was not supposed to be a long endeavor. They saw money being made and was like, we can do this again. They re-released it, saw money made again, saw money made on the Super NES. Now they come with the N64. So I don't know how long it will be before we see N64, GameCube, or even the Wii titles in this library. Do they like the games that's coming next month are absolute trash? But the games that's coming the following month, you get Metroid. I think you get Metroid in that group, and then some other trashy games. So to make a long story short, is it worth $20?
Nope.
Is it worth $20?
Nope. They should pay you $20 to do this. Wow. They really should. I mean, I'm serious. I'm not even tripping. They should be paying you to go through this, because they're basically giving you a Christmas present you got 2 years ago and wrapping it up in new paper.
I'm gonna say yes and no.
It's yes, because now you can't play games online without it now.
But that's why I'm gonna say no, because what they offer with the online stuff, no, is not, because it's basic what you have for free. The NES stuff is what they charge you the $20 for. Is that worth it? Currently, no. So my answer is no.
This is no.
I couldn't spin it. I was finna try to spin it into a yes, but when I thought about it, am I mad that I spent the $20? No, I'm not. But if I be honest with you, is it worth $20? No. Unless you into the NES stuff, then possibly yes. And as they build it, I think down the line it would definitely be worth $20. But as it currently stands, the only reason you would get this is because they put the online behind it, and you are forced to do online. But is it worth it? No.
If you are already into retro gaming, like I said, you've already got this. You got the NES Classic. You got it emulated somewhere. You still got your NES. You got my mom and pop store somewhere that still sells NES cartridges. You still have that. Or you just say screw it and just pull all the ROMs on your phone. 120 megabytes. That's all it is. All the NES games.
Well,
matter of fact, you can have all the NES games and all the SNES games for less than 4 gigs on your phone.
I would say this.
Phone.
I think K-Bone's about to say something. I think Nintendo problem is they should not be milking out these titles. It should be the whole, whatever amount of titles they plan to put on this system for the NES should currently be there. And we should have some Super NES titles already available to us. I would say if they had that, then I would say, yes, it's worth the $20. But giving us 20 games, and about 80% of them games are trash. And no, I can't say it's really honestly worth it. But I ain't mad that I spent it, but I ain't saying it's worth it. But that's what I'm saying. So go ahead, then Keith, and then I'll move into Tomb Raider. But D2K ain't wrong at all. He ain't wrong at all. I can't knock anything he said. Go ahead, man.
No, I'm done with the topic actually. So
okay, I thought you was going to say something.
I was gonna say something, but it's irrelevant. So we can leave it.
Okay. Keith, you got anything to add to that?
Man, yes. So no, because it really bothers me that Nintendo was doing this. I think it was somebody was like the blueprint is already there to do these things, and it's like you took a year to not change your online. Yes, we have cloud saves. I remember when I first had a cloud save. This was back when I had a PS3, and I didn't pay for this. I have never paid for online gaming. This is when I bought it. It came with it. It gave me like 6 months free or whatever. And I was like, oh shoot, that's dope. Cloud saving, and then cloud saving is free on PC on Steam. Anyways, but I like the way Microsoft does it and Sony does it and this is separate from their online PSN and Xbox Live. But then you have the Xbox. Is it Play Anywhere, or is that the thing? Yeah, those you have that separate, and then you have the Sony PlayStation Now separate, and then it's just better, and not just simply because they've existed longer, but because they're giving you more worthwhile games. I'm not hating on the NES games, but they're 30, almost 35, 40 years ago. Like, almost. And I'm like, dude, like, seriously, Nintendo, you can't keep giving this to us. Like, seriously, and thinking they're like, oh my God, Nintendo, we're going to eat the nostalgia Kool-Aid or drink the nostalgia Kool-Aid. No, I don't. No. I bought Mario 10 times. And it just really bothers me that Nintendo, you're still resting on this nostalgia, like we're like the stupid NES controllers that they bought, and then you have to put them on the Switch just to charge them. Like you can't charge them any other way. Like what is the mindset? I'm sorry, I'm ranting right now. What is the mindset of Nintendo? Like what is going on? It don't make sense. It's like when Iwata died, Nintendo died, and as much as you wanted to hate Nintendo when they were under Iwata, they were Nintendo, and you liked it. But now Nintendo is trying to be the other guys, and it's not. Either be one or the other, but don't be in the middle. Don't be like, we're going to charge you for online gaming, but we're not really going to give you what you want. But we're going to say we're doing it so we can compete. Just don't do it at all. Go back to being old Nintendo. I'd rather take that than whatever this in-between thing that you're trying to play.
I kind of echoed that statement last podcast, is that Nintendo just needs to back away from this because this is not their area of expertise. They clearly don't want to do it. They're only doing it because they feel that they have to, so they don't get too much of a backlash from the fans out there and the media at large. So just go, like you just said, just stick to doing the Switch was your base. That was basically your attempt to saying we're just going to double down on what we do best, which is portable game. We rule that area. We run that area. We run it from the beginning. That's what we do best. Most of our franchises work best in a portable facility anyway. So let's just stick with that. Make it so powerful enough so you can plug it into a TV. Doesn't lose any graphical fidelity. It looks just as good, if not better, up-res to at least 1080p on most games or certain games. I don't know how many games are like that. But still, you get the best of both worlds. You don't have to try as hard to compete with Microsoft and Sony because you're not. So just be you. But trying to slide into this other field outside of their comfort zone, it's clear that they're doing this all on their own. They're not really getting somebody else, a third party, involved to help them with this online service, which is why it's so crappy. Because I can't see anybody else that actually has established something like this having anything to do with this. So they're just kind of making things up on the fly and saying, whoops, I'm sorry, well, we'll fix it later. You can't do that with your consumers. They deserve it. And Nintendo fans especially deserve more of that, all the stuff that they've been through over the past 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. I would say Nintendo is literally just forcing you to pay for they classic package. That's what they doing.
Instead of
so instead of they're not giving you an option, they're not gonna put the package out there and let you choose whether you buy it. They're gonna force you to buy it by attaching the online service to it. And that's their excuse to get because if you want online, then you gotta pay the $20, and the $20 is really so that they can say so many that in it, so they can say our classic division is still admired by all the fans. Well, you forced us to buy it because we can't play online without it. So that's what they're doing. So So it's egregious. It's egregious. It's wrong. It's very counterproductive. They didn't do anything to improve the online service. That's why it's $20 because you're not paying for the online service. You are paying for these 20 games. That's what you're paying for. So it ain't right. And it ain't right. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. It's not right. But let me move on to this other game so we can get
Thank
to
goodness. Yo, get off
so
Nintendo.
I went out and I bought Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And I am here to tell you right now, this game is ridiculous. And I think the locations is what sets this game apart from Uncharted. Where you go, the places you go, it's just more engaging, more alluring and exciting and imagination driving where they take you. Like, I think me and Keith was talking about this, and K-Bun was talking about this in the hangout. What I loved about Uncharted 2, it seems like the Tomb Raider series picked up where that game left off and continued that, whereas Uncharted went a whole nother way, a whole nother route in where they take you in the game, like the locations. I like the ancient Mayan and Aztec and Egyptian and all that type of ruins, and you going to pyramids, you going into this instead of going to old pirate locations. I don't care about no pirate stuff. I want to see some ancient civilization stuff. And that's what they did in Uncharted 2. And the storyline with the locations just was I think you was in where was you at? You was in Nepal, I think you was. In Uncharted, you went a whole bunch of different places in Uncharted 2 before you got to the Lost Land. That was, I liked all that. And I think the third one where they went was that was trash. I didn't care about that. And the fourth one was okay with the whole pirates and all that. I didn't care about that either. But Tomb Raider, the first one was okay. I liked it and I didn't. But Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider is putting a foot in Uncharted's behind, man. I'm sorry. And I know, K-Bum, you haven't played it. Bruh, I think it's something you need to play. I just think I think you would love these type of titles, man. But it's a great game. The graphics, I got it on the PlayStation 4. I can only imagine what it looks like on the Pro, because on the 4 it looks immaculate. That's one of them other words. Oh, okay, let's get that. Anyway, let me stop. It looks great and definitely worth the purchase, Keith. That's why I was like, man, you might need to go out and get you a Pro or X, or get you another graphics card or something, because it's definitely that deal. But right now, I'm not that far in. I'm pretty good ways into it. I say I got about 15 to 16 more hours and I'll be done. So I probably put in about 5 to 6 hours already. Loving every bit of it, man. I definitely gonna keep my attention for a while. It ain't God of War. It ain't God of War 4. Well, it's right under that. It's right under a God of War 4 feel to me. That's what I say. But it's definitely a great game. Go ahead. Who got something to say?
I was just gonna say I definitely want to play it. I'm a huge reboot Tomb Raider fan. I really didn't play the original ones. I thought they were stiff, but I'm definitely a reboot Tomb Raider fan. And I've been hearing, I've been watching reviews, and I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the story and this, that, and the third. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know the story, and I played the first 2 games.
With Trinity and all that.
Yeah, and I kind of followed the second story because it was kind of a play on, what I'm saying. I kind of followed that one a little bit, but it was really just the gameplay, and the gameplay seems like it's still as solid. It seems like there's more stealth in the game. So that was the thing that really pushed me forward. So I'm looking forward to it, and I definitely am going to play it. I got a Mac Mini here. Apparently, I put on my Steam account. Apparently, I can play Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, but I don't have a graphics card in there, so I wouldn't even try to kill this thing. But uh, but yeah, I want to play it.
Okay. Anybody else want? I got some few other things I want to add to this, but anybody else got a comment they want to add before I go in some more? Okay, I take that as a no. So, what I will say, and if K-Bomb you were saying something, you muted. But what I also want to add is that's another aspect about the game that I think I won't say it does it better than Uncharted, but I think it makes more sense in how they do it than Uncharted. Is the battle system, is the way that you engage, the enemies on the stage. Like Uncharted is pretty much very similar. Is very similar all the time. You go in, you basically pop and shoot, high, high like Gears of War. I don't know what that game style is. What they call that, man? When you hiding behind something and you shooting and you ducking. What is that called? They got a name for it. But this game does that too. K-Bomb, you know what I'm talking about. What is that, man?
It's like cover-based shooter or something.
Cover-based shooter. There it is. It's cover-based shooting like Uncharted. I don't think they do it as. I think Uncharted does some of that a little bit better than Tomb Raider. But I think because that's all Uncharted does is what did you say again? How you say it again? I just left my head just that quick. Cover-based shooting. It's the stealth, the way you can do stealth in this game, and the many ways you can approach the enemies on the stage is what make this game absolutely run circles around Uncharted. I mean, dude, she literally covers herself in mud, and you literally can't see her as she move against the walls and stuff. That when you in these muddy areas, you really can't see her until you actually move. Like she looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Predator scene at the end of the movie where he covers himself in mud, and the Predator doesn't see him. That's how she looks in this game, and it's dope. Or you can go and you can climb into the trees, and you can literally take them out multiple ways. You can create bombs and all type of stuff out of beer bottles and stuff around you. You can create all these different contraptions and take your enemy out. You can throw bottles and distract them and stealth them. It's like several different ways to approach taking out all these enemies, and they are relentless. And if you don't do it right, you dead. You just can't go in and just gunning and shooting bullets. No, you got to literally think out how you're going to take them out, because you just can't pop and shoot like that. They're gonna swarm you. The AI is very smart, so you got to be clever in how you're going to approach. But the only thing I will say is the facial animations don't match Uncharted at all. I mean, that's Naughty Dog got that on lock. Sony got that on lock. But outside of that type of stuff, man, this game is amazing, man. Any more comments before we go on to another topic?
Yeah, I agree about the facial thing. I think it's the eyes, man. There's no life in them. But that's all I want to say.
Cornelius is crazy. What's up? What's up? We got another person in the live chat. Who is this? Joe Henry. What's up, bro? Welcome to the Live and Level Gamers podcast. So let's move on, man. So let's talk about this tale has no more tales to tell. Telltale Games. I said Tall Tale. Telltale Games is closing its doors. This pretty much came out of nowhere, and I want to get y'all thoughts on this. How big of a deal this is? Is this? Is it going to affect you? Or are you a big Telltale gamer type person? Did you play these games? These how you say it? Story driven. How you say that? That's that genre.
Yeah, they're story driven. I
They
mean,
got a title. They got a name for it though.
Story.
What you say before? You said it.
Episodic.
Episodic. Was you into these type of games? I guess since you've been the quietest, K Bum, we're gonna let you talk first.
all the Nintendo talk. Um, yeah. So I was never a fan of these type of games. Yeah, I personally was never a fan, as in I didn't spend my money, nor did I play these type of games. I know people that did and friends that did, but I never actually got into it. I love story, but I like a little bit more gameplay with my story. So I never actually got into these. But I think it's a big deal, the fact that this studio closed. um like, we didn't hear any rumblings, like when 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 EA closed Visceral Studios. We heard rumblings before they closed, right? We
Mm-hmm.
kind of heard some things before they closed, and some of these other studios that closed, we kind of heard some things before they happened. But this was just like bam, because like they were like working on new stuff. It wasn't like they had slowly died away, or they were dwindling down in numbers. No, they were working on working on stuff. That's why they still having conversations if they're gonna continue the Walking Dead series, because they've still been making new stuff. And so I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard the full story of why or what caused this. Was it bad spending from execs and money, or bad business deals, or over budgeting? I'm not sure, but like it's troubling knowing that a gaming company who by and large is doing pretty good can just up and close like that. Like, I don't know. That's just kind of scary, and kind of just takes you by surprise to see that, and that is so bad that these developers, man, and people on staff are not even getting severance pay. I mean,
Dang, I didn't know that.
yeah, it's that bad. They're not even getting severance pay, and they live in one of the highest cities in the world, which is out there in the uh
California.
yeah, California. I think Silicon Valley is,
Yeah.
it's like the highest. Rent is like the highest in all of America. It's crazy, So I don't know, man. To me, it's just, I'm like, wow about the whole thing, and still trying to understand and put together the pieces that brought this thing down.
Okay, Keith or D2.
Yeah, I did like these games. I remember one night, uh, my wife, she was really into The Walking Dead, and I kind of let her play on my PC. I just want to see her play it and make decisions and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. It's one of those type of games where you can sit down with those games that they make where you can like sit down with someone and follow the story. So I just feel like it's one of those. I'm not gonna say multiplayer, but you can have fun with somebody and you
Interactive, like with your wife and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty cool. As far as like the financial things, stuff like that, I don't know what's going on with any of these companies, truthfully. So this really took me by surprise because I was like, they're getting like major IPs like the Batmans, the Walking Deads, the Game of Thrones. What was the last one that they had? Minecraft. So they're getting major IPs. So I'm thinking like they're getting like money like to fund these things, and for them to close the studio. I don't know. Are they actually closed or is it down to 20 people? I'm hearing different things. I thought that.
It's dwindled down because they still want to work on the Walking Dead series. So there's
Uh,
there's a skeleton crew working on the Walking Dead, the Walking Dead series.
okay. So yeah, I think if they were to market it differently, like if they could just go back and like take all your favorite TV shows and like market it to like couples, and like, hey, I know you like this show. I think that would have changed the narrative, and maybe they would have wouldn't have to narrow it down as far as done. But yeah, I don't know anything about like when I think K-Bone was the first one I heard it from, and it really caught me by surprise. I was like, Telltale, really? And I don't know. That's all I got.
Okay. D2K.
Well, I don't know anything about this. I don't think I've ever played any of their games before. But I'm looking at some of the information about this on IGN, and this is some tripped out stuff about how this went down. It said that many employees are said to have been aware Telltale was in some financial trouble that could eventually lead to a closure. It seems that no one was expecting it to happen so sudden. Employees are said to be caught off guard and when they were assembled Friday and told all but 20 were being let go and had just 30 minutes to leave the building.
Wow.
They received. Go ahead.
I can tell you why they do that. That's because when you announce something so abruptly like that, you could have somebody snap out. so that's a part of the procedures to get them out. When you make an announcement like that, to get them out as fast as you can, because they can come back and shoot that joint up.
That can still happen, but
Yeah.
They received paper checks for their final pay period. Were told their health insurance was covered to the end of the month, and were encouraged to apply for unemployment at the end of the day. The initial plan was to give everyone 3 hours to return and collect their belongings on Monday, but Variety reports that after seeing the reaction to the news, Telltale has decided to hold a job fair on Thursday. Man, this is tripped out, man.
Yeah, so basically, all those high reviews and everybody, bragging about the Batman and the Walking Dead, all those series, they weren't making no money.
Well, they weren't, and it says that they were counting on investor to invest some money, and then they backed out at the last minute. And that's
is this Lionsgate?
Lionsgate, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Dark Sun Rider. So Lionsgate backed out, so basically they lost their biggest donor or supporter, I guess.
Yeah. That was pretty much. If that had happened, they basically had been kind of just skating above water, barely above water, just hoping that was going to happen. It didn't happen. So, well, jig is up, guys.
Wow. Okay.
Sad.
Man. So, I guess the speculation is now, is this type of company and this type of genre, do you perceive any of the major three or somebody else trying to come in and scoop up this, the studio if they were to be interested in selling off, their assets?
I wish.
The way Microsoft has been going on, I would say that them out of the big three would be the most likely. I don't know if they're going to, but they're still trying to acquire, other studios and whatnot. So if one of the big three are going to do it, I would say it'll be them. But we'll see what happens with that.
I would want Nintendo to do it so we can get some interesting Waluigi game. I'm just no, I would like for Nintendo to do it because it'd be just cool to see this studio. But actually, it wouldn't even make sense anymore if it's just down to 20 people. So you know what? It don't even matter. If it was still the same teams and things like that, then maybe. But
I'll be honest, man. I've never played a Telltale game ever, and I was interested in I think it was the Walking Dead ones, those titles. I was but I ain't into the zombie stuff. But I was hearing so many great reviews about, the storyline and how, each chapter that they were released, that it made me kind of want to see at least what the game was about. But I'm not gonna even lie, man. This ain't a hurting loss for me as a gamer. I'm sad for those who lost their jobs, and that part is sad. But as far as seeing Telltale go, I don't think it's going to affect me at all. I know that's kind of sad to say, but I think that's how a lot of folks are. I won't say everyone is like that, but I think a large majority of people probably is not as concerned about this as we would other studios that we have heard about, like THQ and other ones that went out.
Yeah.
Any thoughts? All right, so let's move on from that. Let's talk about Sony has giving up their wave the white flags. K-Bum, your company is playing ball. Yes, the rocket has landed. Sony is playing ball with crossplay. I guess only with what, Fortnite right now? I don't think you can do it with any other title. So, K-Bun, what's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts?
Cricket.
I'm sorry, man.
Cricket. Thank you. For one thing, why did it even take us to get to this point? Like seriously, man, it's crossplay. We ain't really. I mean, I know they're number one, and they feel like they can set the rules and do what they want to do. But come on, man, video game is changing. You know, the landscape of it is totally different. You got people playing this game on their phones. You know, you're not just battling Nintendo anymore. You're not just battling just Xbox anymore. You have the PC, you have Android, you have iOS, you have Steam, you have so much that you're battling to be stuck on. No, guys, you're not going to play on our users are the best. No, come on, man, this is ridiculous, man. I'm happy Sony finally gave in and finally started it. I mean, it's not a full give because they just doing Fortnite as a beta. But come on, man, we've been asking for this forever. I wish I could play my PlayStation 2 with my cousin's Dreamcast. I couldn't would have loved that, man. So kudos for them finally bending over. Even as a Sony fan, I just don't want to hear Sony brag about it. Like they made some big accomplishment. Like I don't want to hear that. I just want to say, yeah, we'll play, and just go about your business, and let's continue.
Welcome to the show, First Name Basis. I see you in the live chat. All right, K-Bomb has just shared his thoughts. Go ahead.
Hey, one more piece. I want to say. Hater. Last piece I want to share. Forget pieces of plastic. Forget company names. This was a win for the gamers. Point blank in a line. It was a win for the gamers. So now I can pop. I don't have to worry about my terrible internet on my Switch. I can play against level as he pays for online on this Switch, and we can play Fortnite
two shots
and all that.
Wow. Did he really just do that? Go ahead. No. I'm gonna let you get off. I'm gonna let you get that off.
I was done. That was it. I'm done.
You gave him a 2-piece.
Yeah. Who else got something to say? Keith D2, who going next?
I K-Bone said something toward the end of his first original rant, not rant, but man, why are we congratulating Sony on something they should have already did? It shouldn't even come to this. Like you said, it shouldn't even come to this. Like, dude, it's just crossplay. It ain't. I'm finna go buy Xbox. I'm still playing on PlayStation. Like, it's not even that. It's serious, but it's not that serious to be against it. But what I will say, just to throw this out there, I think cross saves are more important, and I think Fortnite is a prime example of that. Because I think, like, if I'm playing on the Switch, I can load up my character on the Xbox or something like that. And I think that's very important, especially with these long RPG type games and stuff like that. I think that's the future. Like being able to just, oh, my PlayStation died and I want to try Xbox. And you just load up your game and put in your profile and the game comes over and all the stuff that you did is still there. That is what I want. Nintendo. But no, I don't, like K-Bone said, why are we patting them on the back for something that they should have done?
I'm gonna say something, but go ahead, Keith. I mean D2.
There's not much more I can really add to that. I mean, they pretty much summed it up. You know, it's something that should never been an issue in the first place. So they basically went from being sub 500 to back to being at 500 in that area. So they still lost a lot of cool points for doing it in the first place. So, hopefully, more the backlash that came from it. Maybe we could look at it from that standpoint and say they can understand that it's not sweet going forward to do things like this. And when another opportunity presents itself, that they'll do the right thing versus the wrong thing.
Man, tell Sony to slap themselves.
You got it?
No, I ain't got it. I still got to figure out how to get it up in this program I got. But man, they've been screaming they wanted to build this.
We need to build a wall, and it has to be built quickly.
That's how they sound when they were talking about their online. They didn't want to play with nobody. They sound like Trump.
Need to build a wall, and it has to be built quickly.
That's all they were saying about their online and not playing a cross-play. Now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, over a beta, you're going to now want to just announce you can play with your friends. Get out of here, Sony. Nobody ain't trying to hear that, man. I ain't mad at you. But like Keith said, you definitely don't deserve any kudos for dragging your foot on this all this time for no reason other than to be some donkeys, man. That's basically what you was being. So, but it is cool that they doing it. It is cool that I can jump on with D2, Keith, or K-Bum, and on my paid for online service. You paying for it too, Joker. So and play. But Sony don't deserve no accolades, no praise for what they doing now.
Denied.
Go ahead, man. Who else got something to say? We can get out of here. Why y'all just went quiet on me all of a sudden?
I don't have any more to say to that. Like, hey.
So, K-Bum, why you got your mic muted, man? We talking about Sony, bro. We are talking Sony. We ain't talking Nintendo, man.
You finished or you done?
We done. Flush that. Let's go to the next topic. So what we got left? Keith, you brought up something. You started talking about it earlier, where you was talking about something with the pay to play. What was you were saying something about? You asked a question. Let me look it up. I think you asked it in the hangout. Any other topics y'all want to talk about while I look this one up?
Sure. Anybody thinking about getting the PlayStation Classic?
Who?
Is it called the PlayStation Classic?
The PlayStation. I want to do you too, machine.
Nice try.
Man, nobody's playing that, man. Like, who's actually buying that? Like,
what did you say?
The same type of people that bought the NES Classic,
the
SNES Classic, that buys the Atari Classic,
Epic fail.
that buys the Sega Classic.
But do we remember how ugly those PlayStation games?
Okay, thank you with the sound effects. Okay,
my man, I fell asleep on it.
It's doing it on its own, man. I'm trying to stop it. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, man. Like, have we forgotten how ugly those games looked?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about it, is that it's not like when you take a game and clean it up to where the tessellation is the same, but you get rid of you put an anti-aliasing on there so there's no jaggies. Like my friend, my nephew is actually playing Final Fantasy VII on, I think it was the Switch. Is it on the Switch yet? He's playing it on something. I know it's coming to the Switch. Is it on the Switch yet, Final Fantasy VII?
It's coming to the Switch.
Okay, I don't know what he was playing. He was playing it on something. It looked way better than it did back on the original PS1. It looked really good. But, if they're going to do that to the games, if they're going to clean it up so that it doesn't have the jaggies, then it'll be tolerable. But it's just simply just watching a bunch of shapes move around the screen. I mean, the nostalgia factor is there. Like for me, with games like Tekken and Ridge Racer, and I don't know what else they said was on there. Something else that was iconic to the launch Because for me, the game that got me into the PlayStation was Battle Arena Toshinden. And as fun as that game was, how revolutionary as that game was in terms of 3D arena type fighting games, you know, look at that game now. It's like, boy, this looks awful. even for them, even for those standards. So paying $100 for this thing for 20 games, no, I'll just emulate it. Sorry.
Okay. Anybody else? Any thoughts? Any other thoughts?
Well, I mean, my feelings aren't hurt, but I was contemplating buying it because I never owned a PlayStation. But my feelings are intact. I am okay. Now just wait.
So
Did you hear what K-Bomb said?
What do you say?
Have you ever seen them PlayStation?
man,
those some ugly games, bro.
I mean, I love me some PlayStation. I love me some Tekken, man. But if you were in a geometry class, you can name all them shapes.
Yeah, those some ugly games, man.
And you know what?
Co-sign K-Bomb.
And the sad part about it is that, you know, a lot of people saying, "Oh, Sony's copying Nintendo." Is like, well, no. I mean, there's a lot of people that were doing it before both of them, but they are copying Nintendo from the standpoint that they're not giving you a plug.
They're not giving you a who?
A plug. They're not giving you an AC adapter with this.
Oh wow. Oh, that's right, because it's USB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Whatever.
No. Anyway, so let's go to this last topic, man. Keith, I think it was this what K-Bum brought up. I thought you said it, but so Spider-Man, it's crazy. We started off talking about Spider-Man. We're gonna end talking about it. Spider-Man, the game, moved 3.3 million titles, and I guess this is, is a big deal. So.
Wait. You said I guess it's a big deal.
This is a big deal. Yeah,
it's the highest, it's the most selling first party game ever, and you
it is. I didn't know that.
Yes, it is the fastest selling first party game.
Fastest selling. I was gonna say Mario's
no,
like
Sony.
Oh, okay.
Sony. Calm down.
Back that
Calm down. Simmer down. It's all right.
Denied.
Go ahead, man.
I remember what Kate Bone was gonna say, but I'm gonna see if you're gonna say it.
Oh, say what? I'm sorry. I don't. My train of thought is gone.
Level finishes his statement. I think I remember what you were bringing up earlier. Okay, I guess I can take the floor.
Go ahead.
Well, hold up. I muted myself. I had to do so. What was said? Let me hear this.
This is what K-Bone was saying early on. I don't even know if we were even on the podcast. I think we were talking. But he said,
"Oh, talking about the Marvel piece."
Yeah, the Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So we want to go into it. Well, the piece we want to talk about with Spider-Man is that, you know, first let me ask this question: when is the last outside the fighting genre, which I don't count these, when the last time we saw a Marvel character in a video game?
Marvel character in a video game.
Outside of the Marvel versus Capcom or the whatever the last one was.
It would be Spider-Man.
Does Legos count?
No, I'm talking about don't count Legos. They'll do Legos of turds if they could. Don't count those. Outside of the fighting and Legos, when the last time we saw a Marvel video game?
River Ring? Wouldn't it be River Ring?
Maybe the reboot of Deadpool. Deadpool had a movie. Had a video game. Yeah.
Deadpool had a game. I didn't know about that.
I know they remastered it for the PS4. But so it's been so long since we had a Marvel character in a even like an action game or third person or a team based game. Other than like I said, I don't really count the fighting ones out of Legos. But one of the heads over at Marvel Disney said that the Spider-Man game is the video game equivalent. Ooh, I messed that word up too. Lord have mercy. I messed that word up.
Denied.
Oh Lord, I'm killing these words today.
I got him, bro. Perfect.
Oh man, it is
Go ahead.
the Spider-Man. I'm sorry, it's the Spider-Man game is what Iron Man was to the movie universe. The Spider-Man game is going to be the same way to the video game genre. As in it's the first to kind of go out there and set the stage or set the ground. And so what they're saying is that they're expecting to kind of up the ante when it comes to putting Marvel characters on video games. I think the last game we had was like the Conquest of Champions, which was a mobile game. And they did that's right. They had a Facebook game. That's what they had. It was a Facebook game that came out on the PlayStation 4, and then the company closed like 2 weeks after. That's what we had last time we had. But we haven't had much, and so they're kind of opening the floodgates now, using Spider-Man kind of as a template. But hopefully, we should see some more Marvel type characters in video games because man, we've been neglected this generation. We haven't had Captain Americas, and I mean I know y'all remember back in the day when all the arcades had Avengers. You know what I'm saying? That's when we first found out about Avengers, maybe not first, but you found out about Avengers by playing an arcade game. It was Captain America and Avenger when it was Hawkeye, Cap, Vision, and it was the Iron Man was.
I'll be honest, I never buy the adaptation games, movies to games.
No, I'm not talking about movies to games. I'm not talking about it doesn't have to be based off a movie. I'm just talking about just a Marvel game. It does has not does not have to be based off of a movie.
It ain't a spin. Okay.
No, because even the Spider-Man wasn't a spin-off.
Yeah,
of a
it
movie.
wasn't. It was. I'm just saying most of the ones we were getting after those titles you talking about was like movie to game type games based off.
Yeah, I don't play those either.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Who got something to say on that? I mean, I won't sit up here and after now that you say what you said, I guess 3.3 million, and it's the fastest. Is this the fastest selling Sony first person title?
Yeah, I believe it's for Sony.
So the better question is, what does this say about the other titles from Sony? Why would Spider-Man do this and not Uncharted 4 or God of War 4 or Last of Us? Why would
Hey man, don't spin this
because he's more
You're spinning this for.
Just about to say
that's a real question.
No, it will be is Spider-Man is household name with cross culture. Everybody knows who Spider-Man is. Everybody knows who Nathan Drake is.
And I think the marketing for this game was crazy too, though. The marketing for this Spider-Man game, I don't think they have marketed
Denied.
marketed a game like they had this one. At least I'm being fair. I could have kept going on that. I was like, bro, I messed that all up. But they haven't put the marketing behind other titles like they did this game. And I think that played a large factor into why this game sold as well as it sold. I didn't realize that 3.3 million was saying it was the fastest selling. That is pretty good. Now that you say that.
I'm not sure about like when you originally said it came on, I was like, oh man, that sounds great. But I don't think was it the Russo brothers? I don't think they were thinking like, man, this Iron Man is gonna be like it's gonna set off everything. I think it just kind of happened.
No, it wasn't the Russo brothers. It was the guy in the movie directed
Favreau.
Yeah. He directed. Happy is the one who directed John Favreau.
Yeah.
And yes, they did. They absolutely did think Iron Man was going to set the stage for the rest of their movies.
Let's put this in a better context. Sony says that it sold 3.3 million copies within the first 3 days of release.
Yes, 3 days.
It sold that in 3 days?
In 3 days.
3 days.
Wow.
I mean, it is a 70+ million.
3 Yay.
It is 70+ million user base, man. So
Man, you gonna spend this.
it ain't so impressive. Man, that is pretty good.
I got one more question. I got another question. Is this a Sony exclusive thing that they're doing, or is this going to be everybody?
They didn't say.
Oh.
I
I hope
assume
it ain't
everybody.
so.
Because remember, Sony owns Spider-Man, so I doubt that they're going to continue that trend if it's an Iron Man movie or if it's a Cap or an Avengers movie or Guardians. I think that this is going to be that this was special because it is Sony and Sony owns it. Oh, and speaking of it, the last Marvel game actually was the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game. I think that was the last one. Now that I think about it,
you're counting that.
I guess
Epic
I would.
fail.
I'll tell you one thing though, is that if a game like this, can make this much money for Sony, and since they kind of own Spider-Man, so you can't really put them anywhere else. I mean, you can, but it's kind of complicated. There's obviously other Marvel IP that will be good in this type of format. I mean, imagine a Black Panther game like this. That game would literally print money. You talk about breaking sales records. If they made a Black Panther game from the ground up, the same type of care that they gave this game, yeah.
I don't know because I don't know.
If they did it closer to when Black Panther success, I can see that.
I mean, you look at this. That's the highest grossing movie of the year. The movie made almost $1 billion worldwide, made almost $700 million domestically. People still talking about it. It's still part of it. It's still, you don't go without a couple of days without hearing somebody mention his name or Wakanda Forever or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. The crazy you say that. I was at my son's school, and that's all the football players, half of the black athletes, that's all you see is Wakanda poses. It's like, man, they really love.
If they were to do, because there's so much to tell about his storyline, and not that hasn't been told, just one movie. I mean, they kind of scratched the surface. Wow. There's a whole lot they could do in terms of a full-fledged game in that region, and man, they can knock it out of the park.
Well, I agree that I would love to see a Black Panther game, but I think it's a difference between a movie and a game, whereas more people watch movies than people playing games. So I don't know if the success of what we saw with Black Panther as far as the movie was going to translate over to the video game. I would hope so, but you got some missing figures. Is Ryan Coogler going to be a part of the game? Did I say his name right? Ryan Coogler? Is he going to be a part of the game?
Nice try.
I don't think he needs to, because he didn't create the character. I mean, you can go back to find out who actually is doing the comics for Black Panther and have them be a part of it. But and another part of it is that you look at how much money Black Panther made. That's more than any Spider-Man movie has made.
That's true.
I would lean to that. I mean, Spider-Man does have the luxury of being basically a household name, but with the success of Black Panther, I could see that as and I would have bought that over Spider-Man. That's a guarantee. I would have definitely bought that over Spider-Man. So even though it sold 3.3 million in 3 days, that is incredible. Then the question is, K-Bun, why didn't it appeal to us? What did we miss? What are we not understanding? Because I still ain't interested in going to get this title.
I haven't even flinched on it. So
Batman.
Batman movie. I mean, from what I've seen of it, I really want to.
Maybe that is what it is.
I really want to play this game for what I saw. This game looked righteous to me. It really do. But the only Batman game that I played in that format was Batman Arkham Cities. What was the one that came out on the Wii U at launch? Was that Arkham City?
That was
Armored Edition. Yeah, that's the only one that I played from start to finish, and I enjoyed it. But I didn't play the last one that came out. I had a chance to get it, and something told me not to, so I listened and didn't buy it. You know, because it was real cheap. It was like $20, and it was kind of like, it's $20 for a reason. So I said, yeah, I'll leave that alone.
I got one more question on this because this is bringing up some thoughts. So let's say they did Sony, you know, kept since they own Spider-Man, and then an exclusive goes.
Hey, that's right, they do own Spider-Man.
And then an exclusive goes to Nintendo, and like they're forcing you to go out. Like you want to, and the stories like combined and the narratives like. So if you want to get a part of it, you need to go buy a PlayStation so you can play the Spider-Man game. If you want to see the Black Panther thing, you got to go get your Xbox. And if you want to see what would be good on the Switch, let's think Iron Man. I don't know why I said Iron Man, but Iron Man. You got to go get a Switch. That would be interesting. I don't know if people will buy into that, but I will. It's worth trying. Kind of force people to go out and buy these consoles so they can still.
So you're basically saying certain characters only came to certain systems?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, they could try that. I mean, the reason why it works for Spider-Man is because, you know, he's been with Sony for so long that it's almost synonymous. Sony, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Sony. It's a symbiotic relationship, almost like the Venom symbiote.
I see what you did there.
Absolutely incredible.
And that was by accident too, but if you would establish one of the other Marvel characters on one of the other consoles and say, this is where you got to go play play Iron Man games. This is where you got to go to play, Guardians of the Galaxy games. This is where you got to go to play X-Men games.
And Nintendo get Black Widow. Yeah.
No, they'll get Ronin.
Coming soon.
You dirty, man. That's an interesting idea. I mean, would that work? Because they wouldn't be giving Nintendo, they'd be giving us Ant-Man and them type of characters. We wouldn't be getting the big ones.
Rocky Raccoon. Just by himself. No group. Just Rocky Raccoon.
Hey, D2K PlayStation to get Black Panther, we'll get Falcon.
What's wrong with Falcon?
Man, nobody want Falcon.
I don't know, man. A game with Falcon flying around, I think I might take that over Black Panther.
No, you wouldn't, King.
Yes,
Stop
I
it.
would. I can.
Nice try.
No, you wouldn't.
Or War Machine,
I'd take War Machine, but I wouldn't take
a video
Falcon,
game with Black Panther is essentially Batman without a cape.
Falcon is, I don't know what Falcon is. It ain't Spider-Man without a web, but it ain't Spider-Man. It's Falcon, man. I don't think it'll work. I don't know. It might be good. I thought it was funny though. But anyway, any other topics before we get out of here, man?
Did you guys see? You guys talked about a lot of trailers when I was having computer trouble. Did you guys see the Creed 2 trailer, the longer trailer?
Oh yes.
Wow.
Yes, we saw that.
Did you get goosebumps when Rocky hooked up with Drago?
The part I gave me goosebumps is when Rocky said that man beat stuff out of me that I haven't. How did he put it?
That never been broken or never been something
fixed. Yeah, he's broken things in me that have never been fixed. That's what he said. He has broken things in me that have never been fixed. That line is what. And when Claire, I don't know her real name, Felicia Rashad said, if you're gonna fight, don't try to act like you're doing this this ain't about your father. Them two lines, like, I'm going to see this. I'm ready for this.
So did old boy direct this?
Nope.
His protege,
his friend of his did, or somebody.
Yeah, they both went to the same school and everything like that. So.
Okay, so whoever taught these dudes how to make trailers need to be in a Hall of Fame, because the music for these trailers are on point, bro.
Yeah.
Like, on point. Every trailer, they either Michael Cooley, Cooley?
Epic fail.
It ain't Cooley.
Denied.
He tried to get mad. trying to move on so fast. We all unfelt tonight, K-Bo. You can't get mad, man. We all have. So.
Anyway, whoever taught these boys how to do trailers, the music, like they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame because every last one of them with Black Panther and all of the Creeds, even go back to the first one, have been on point.
Now, music has always been something that's really driven the Rocky films. I mean, without the music, those movies wouldn't have been 30% as good as they are today.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Cornelia said it's the same guy who wrote the Netflix Luke Cage series.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
And Ryan Coogler is produced. Well, it's past tense, but he did produce this movie. Once he got done working on Black Panther, he was able to come back and kind of oversee what was going on. So he just gave it to somebody that he trusted because he was busy doing Black Panther.
What's up, Trigger Man? You are late. But welcome to the show, man. I'll see you in the comments talking. I didn't know you was there. But I got to ask this. I heard that, and I don't know if this was just speculation or I was listening to a podcast and they were kind of talking about this, but what would y'all feel if they didn't bring Ryan back to do the second Black Panther?
I don't know. I mean,
I would be upset. I mean, do you think anybody can capture the vision that he created, that vision that we saw, man? Like, would you trust them to give it to somebody else, like the people who do Avengers and all those?
It depends on who he's handing the ball off to, because what we just got through talking about how Creed has not missed a step going from one direction to another because it's somebody from the same school of thought as Ryan Coogler. So if you get somebody else like him to direct Black Panther and not him, that respects his work, then it wouldn't be a drop off, I would think.
Let me ask it this way. And this ain't, I'm going to say it, but I don't mean any offense by it. Do you feel like if they handed this off to a non-Black person, director, do you feel like it would be done right?
Yeah, I think the foundation has already been set. The tone has already been set.
Okay.
And if you go away from that tone, then you're going away from your success. So it'll be foolish to do something like, oh, well, we don't have a Black guy. Let's do something completely different. Okay, then your movie's going to suck. Your choice.
I think it'll be depending on who it would be fine. I don't think that people would accept that. I think people would just crap all over the idea and say that you have no business. It's just like the fact that there was an Asian guy that designed the monument to Martin Luther King.
Uh-huh.
And there was a huge uproar in the Black community saying, you should have got a Black person to do the statue instead of this Asian guy. And I'm thinking to myself, that you completely missed the point of everything that he taught, that he preached. If you're saying something like that. So, with Black Panther, if it was a non-African American or non-African descent person directing the movie, I just say, as long as you respect the other guy's work and you know what you're doing, it should be fine.
I would say this: if they do it and that movie fails,
oh no. Well, like I said, even going into it, he gonna get it. But if it messes up, then you have to put that guy in protective custody.
But you're right though, K-Bum. From Ryan to this new guy, I don't know his name, but they trailer ability to put together a trailer is magnificent. I mean, like the first time I saw the Creed 2, I was definitely into it, but this new one, nah, that's on some epic stuff, and I'm like, man, they really do know how to draw you in. Now, I guess this be my last question. We got to get out of here. There is, since we on this Marvel stuff, there is rumor, and actually, I don't even think it's rumor no more. There is plans to revisit the Blade story and reboot or bring back the Blade character to the big screen. I think they're in conversations with Wesley Snipes as possibly, you know, coming back to the character arc, having a cameo, and passing the torch to another character. Is something being worked out supposedly behind the scenes. But my question would be, would you want to see Ryan or someone like that take on that title? Because you know he's doing
set the tone.
He's actually doing the what's the movie with Jordan? Space Jams 2 with LeBron.
Oh, he's doing
that?
Yeah, he's doing Space Jam 2 with LeBron.
I heard Jordan might have a part in that too.
Jordan might ruin the movie.
Because he can't act?
I was joking. No, he can't. That's what I was really, yeah, he can't act at all. But LeBron can't act. You seen what was that movie with? What's that movie?
Hey, we teammates now. He can't act.
He can act, man. Have you seen the movie Trainwreck? You seen Trainwreck?
Yes.
With he did a good job in that movie, man.
Reading his lines.
Oh, come on. You doing me dirty. Anyway, go ahead, man.
What does that say?
You keep us doing me dirty right now. But yeah, man, he's doing Space Jams 2. And they supposed to be bringing this Blade storyline and reintroducing it to the mega screen or the big screen. I'm not hitting Epifel on that. But who would y'all want to see direct that?
I mean, I don't know.
To me, Blade, like, it doesn't have to be a black guy. It's Blade. You know?
No, okay.
Ain't like he in the hood slicing up.
Blade is a black guy.
Yeah, I understand that, but you have to understand that the difference between Blade and Black Panther is Africa. I mean, I'm just saying. Black Panther was in Africa, so you better have got somebody who knew about the motherland.
Wait. Let's get technical. There are no Black Panthers in Africa.
Hey, man, I'm done with y'all today, man. I'll put myself on mute. I am done.
Jaguars. All right. Black Panthers exist in South America. Where I am done. In the movie.
From the man with the Mufasa avatar. I'm done, man.
I'm just saying, man, I would hate it. I'm not trying to say the white person or Asian. Okay, this is what I would say. If you're not going to have a black person, then make them Asian.
I don't even think it makes a difference. I just get the right person in there that's going to honor what's in the actual comic book.
I know that might be wrong, but I feel like we got enough white lead role superheroes. Let somebody Asian or black, man.
What are you talking about? Playing the part or directing the movie?
Playing the part.
Oh, what?
I thought K-Ball, you was talking about playing the part, right?
No,
I'm talking about directing.
No,
oh, bro. No, okay. Let me. I thought you said playing Blade. Like you gonna change the race or the ethnicity? Did I bet? There goes. You gonna change the ethnic of the dude? No, that's what I thought you were talking about, K-Bone. Real talk. You talking about directing? Okay.
Yeah.
I was totally
no. There would be no reason to change. But that's like this whole idea that now they want to make Superman black.
Yeah,
and it's not, and they don't want to do Val Zod, who is black. They want to make Clark Kent black.
That's stupid.
Well, they do got other. Well, this is how they doing it, Key. Because I know what D2K talking about, and how they say they can do it is there other, what would you call multiverses? So other universes where Kal-El and Clint and Superman is black.
No, that's what Val Zod is there for.
Oh, that's what Val Zod is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Check this out.
But they got like 3 different black Supermans.
Well, check this out. It doesn't matter if Superman is black, white, green, orange.
I'm not for it. I don't want a black Superman.
But I'm saying, if you're going to try to make him Clark Kent and put a black face on it, it's still going to suck. because the story of Superman, they can't get it right. So why it doesn't matter what face you put on him, you may as well do the Val Zod and tell that story because nobody knows it.
Exactly.
I don't want to see a black Superman.
Tell the Val Zod story because nobody knows it. You can't get this story right whether he's white or black. Leave it alone.
Y'all just leave it alone. I mean, because ain't nobody gonna respect it, man. Ain't nobody gonna respect it. I'd rather them find the obscure, lesser known black superhero than to like just like I don't want to, and I know this might not be popular. I don't want to see the Black Spider-Man.
Well, they tried that with what's his name, Black Falcon or Black Lightning, whatever you want to call it, on the TV show. You know that's not working too well. You know, yeah.
Why gotta be a bigot, Cornelius? I'm not saying. I'm saying.
Well,
just like I don't want to see a white Blade, I don't want to see a black Superman. I'm trying to be. Static Shock. There you go.
It doesn't make any sense that you already, like I said, Val Zod is from the beginning was a black character. Static Shock was a black character. Black Falcon was a black character. John Stewart is a black character. So, focus on characters that are already that. I can't stand these movies that want to try to change the ethnicity, change the gender, change the sexual orientation.
I ain't with that, man.
Just leave people the way they are. If you want people to be representative of those people groups, then get characters that represent those people groups and put them in there.
So,
they're there.
So I take it you guys didn't see the casting for the Birds of Prey. No, they just announced it today of who's playing Black Canary.
Yeah, they got a black girl. I saw that.
Well, she is mixed, but Journey, the one that plays, she was the only black kid, not only black kid, but she was the black girl in Full House, and she played in East Bayou.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about. Journey Smollett.
Yeah. She's playing Black Canary.
Got away.
Now, what is this? Okay, what is this? Because I don't know if I'm familiar with. What you're talking about.
DC fan.
Not a big DC. I mean, I told you I like certain characters in DC. What is this? What is this comic?
Well, it's the all female group.
Okay.
And this person has already been played in I think Arrow series.
Yeah,
Black Canary has already been cast and played, and it's a white chick with blonde hair and blue eyes.
But I'm with I'm with D2K though on this topic. If you want certain groups represented, create or find a character that is in that group, and if there isn't one, create one. Don't change characters. Like I don't like this. Like the Black Spider-Man. I don't like
character. But
Miles Morales is a different character.
He multicultural. I think
he's half black and half Hispanic.
Yeah. Like what's another one? And he's female Thor now. Thor is a female now.
No, I don't like that.
I don't like that. Thor ain't a female.
But then you have like Riri Williams, Ironheart. She's an actual separate character that's taking up the mantle of Iron Man, but she's not replacing Tony Stark because Tony Stark is actually the AI.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Like, if
that's what Miles Morales is.
Well, I guess I need to research his character.
Yeah, you did research.
Yeah,
I thought he's totally turned it over to him. Totally he made him Spider-Man.
No, he's being there. He's being mentored by Peter Parker.
Okay, I can flow with that. I'm just talking about like literally we're just gonna change this character.
That's who the Avengers version of Nick Fury is then.
Well, Nick Fury has been different colors in the comic book too, though.
No, I'm saying Miles Morales was a comic book character too. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is your problem with the comic books or the movies?
My problem is with comics. Even in comics, I don't like the Fantastic Four when they made the Human Torch black. Like
I didn't care for that, but I mean that's the movie though. I don't like when the movies. I don't like when the movies do it because they're not like. I don't need your interpretation. Like if Marvel does it, it's fine because it's Marvel. It's them.
Right.
It's their character.
I'm
if
with
they
that.
make the
Like
change, I'm fine.
I'm with you, So my bad. And Cornelius and K-Bum, I gotta concede, y'all making me understand. So this character, this Spider-Man character, actually was mentored by Peter Parker, and Cornelius said, "Watch Peter Parker die." I didn't know that.
Yeah, you watched him die.
I thought they were just changing him to.
But even Thor, the female Thor is not Thor. It's Jane Foster, which is that's my girlfriend.
Stop changing these characters. Let them be who they are.
Man, you gotta switch things up, man.
No, Thor is Thor. You want a female Thor?
But it's not. But she's not Thor though. She just has the hammer and the power.
Look, they wanted a female counterpart.
Lord have mercy.
They wanted a female counterpart to He-Man. They didn't change He-Man to She-Man. They gave us She.
What man? Hey man, let's end this podcast.
He-Man was still there. You still got He-Man represented.
Thor is still there. Thor is still there.
No. I might be all over the place with my thoughts on this, but I ain't accepting it, man. It ain't Optimus Prime, man. It's Optimus Prime, not Optimus Prime.
Wrap it up.
Gav-Hertron. This is not Gav-Hertron. This is Gavatron.
Wrap it up.
She-Man. Nobody ain't trying to hear that. Anyway, this has been the Live 11 Gamers podcast. As you can tell, we were having a good time tonight. I'm gonna let these dudes
bigot and sexist.
Look at it. I am not sexist. I don't have a problem with female characters.
Man,
I just don't want Thor female.
I'm about to call your wife right now.
Look, don't we already have a female Thor? Ain't her name? And she's black. Come on, anybody.
They didn't change Thor.
He's texting her now.
What's her name?
Man, I'm about
Storm. That's Thor.
Oh,
that's
Lord have mercy.
Thor.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Then you got your lightning.
Can we end this podcast?
Anyway, y'all go ahead and sign out. Started with Keith.
It's been real. It's been funny. It's been great. Glad to be back on Thursday. Have a nice night.
Man, this has been a real ambiguous podcast. Oh man, so I'm bringing it up from last time. Still messing up words. No, but I enjoyed myself. Even all the hate from Level, enjoyed it. The hate from Cornelius wouldn't be the same without you, bruh. But yeah, I'm done with the podcast. Let's close up shop.
Okay, and I'm speaking for me and D2K, and my final thoughts is
we need to build a wall, and it has to be built quickly.
Until next time, deuces.